welcome you to another exciting weekend in the Pro Volleyball Federation. Tonight in Atlanta, the Vibe look to continue their league best start at 3-0, taking on the 1-0 Grand Rapids Rise. From Gas South Arena tonight, and the Vibe have been setting the tone early after his sweep last weekend, trying to move to 4-0 against a Grand Rapids team that won its inaugural first match in the Pro Volleyball Federation. And hi everyone, Andy Demetra, Keely Evelyn, great to have you with us. Still early in the season, but nonetheless an impressive start here for the Vibe.
Looking so strong as a team. The chemistry is there, the energy is there. Even on both sides, it's anyone's game because both of these teams are locked and ready to go.
There was a reason head coach Todd Dagenet wanted Tori Stringer helping distribute the offense and doing it very well this early season.
The franchise player, Stringer's led her team to 3 victories, representing that offense, running it through. Those hands have been dishing. Stringer will need a solid game today to pull off this win.
Meanwhile, Grand Rapids getting exactly what they thought from the outstanding Claire Chaussee. How about a double-double in her Pro Volleyball Federation debut?
Stringer's college teammate Chaussee hitting over 40% of the attacks for Grand Rapids. The offense goes through Chaussee. Back row, front row, you need to find her. She is dominant and precise on those attacks.
But she was upstaged for the league's Player of the Week. That went to the Vibe's Leah Edmond, who continues to validate the preseason hype.
Andy, 61 points through 3 matches, averaging over 4 kills per set. Leah Edmond is lights out fire, getting it done, and she knows she's the go-to player, sticks the pass, and then transitions out to put a ball away.
Both teams putting their undefeated starts of the season on the line tonight as you see what Leah Edmond did. The former Kentucky Wildcat, 16 kills, 2 blocks, 2 aces in that sweep last week. As the Vibe look to protect the home court once more tonight. They had 6,000 in the seats at Gas South Arena. Can't wait for the atmosphere tonight as we welcome you back to Pro Volleyball Federation action, and it begins after this from Atlanta.
From club or high school courts to championship arenas, Spalding has been the trusted partner of volleyball players for generations. Our team of dedicated professionals isn't just about selling equipment, we're about supporting your journey. Spalding offers a comprehensive range of high-performance systems, nets, and accessories meticulously crafted for every skill level, budget, and playing style. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Spalding's knowledgeable staff will guide you, equip you, and cheer you on every step of the way.
Are high in the city of Atlanta tonight as we welcome you back to tonight's presentation of the Pro Volleyball Federation, the 3-0 Atlanta Vibe versus the 1-0 Grand Rapids Rise. Along with Keely Evelyn, Andy Demetra, Atlanta with an historic first win at Gas South Arena in a sweep over San Diego. Grand Rapids coming off a win, and a clinical one at that, a 3-set sweep over the Columbus Fury. As the starting lineup's getting introduced to the fans here at Gas South Arena, we'll introduce them to you as well. One change for Todd Dagenet's starting lineup. We'll begin with Grand Rapids, and not just Chaussee, but the Team USA member Ashley Evans, some elite passers who will be running the show tonight as Kathy Abbott and Sponsor the libero round out the starting lineup for the Rise. And one change, as we noted, for Atlanta after Allie Linehan injured herself in that match versus San Diego. So head coach Todd Dagenet, Keely, elevating Lecator member Monet. He's one of the most explosive leapers in the league at outside hitter.
This is going to be a strong performance today. Member Monet knows she can do it, step into some big shoes. Together collectively, the Vibe showed out, played together, and pulled off that victory. But you're going to see a lot of that energy with Grand Rapids as well. It's some strong team dynamics. Andy, these teams are new. They've only been together a couple weeks, and you're already seeing amazing team chemistry between both the Rise and the Vibe. It's going to be electric today in Gas South Arena.
Yeah, both teams showed a lot of cohesiveness in their early matches. We caught up with Todd Dagenet last night, and he sees a lot of similarities in the rosters and the styles between his Vibe and Kathy George's Rise. And Todd said every single set tonight could be decided by a coin flip.
Both Kathy George and Todd Dagenet did an excellent job putting the team together. Players can pass and serve. That's the most important. If you're starting elementary school all to the pros, you have to be able to take care of that first ball contact. So you have that. You have the buy-in from all these players knowing their role and wanting to improve. Some high-flying jumpers you're going to see in addition to some team chemistry.
Well, the Vibe have already played 3 matches. Grand Rapids set for its second match of the year. But in that sweep over Columbus, what stood out when you watched that, Keely?
Claire Chaussee, 40% of the attempts went her way. That carried the offense, and she was able to produce offense on 42% of her attacks. That is some dominant performance. Coach Kathy George called Chaussee delightful. Just loves her in the gym. She's a player that you want to admire and want all players to be like. Hardworking, smart on the court, a team player. Chaussee has it all.
Saw Kathy George there, and she is no doubt Michigan volleyball royalty, all-time winningest coach in the history of Michigan State. A very successful decade-long stint at Western Michigan prior to that. She calls Claire Chaussee delightful. Todd Dagenet called her an MVP candidate. High praise for one of the league's bright young stars. And as for Atlanta, having 8 days to kind of reset and reevaluate, and they're still looking to improve their passing, improve their chemistry as they get set for match number 4.
Just some strong players, and you just love the unity you see out there. So you have a player like Edmond has been recruited and just like joins the staff. Coach Dagenet has the highest winning percentage at UCF when he was a coach there in the USA system, doing a great job wanting to finish his coaching career, playing in coaching in the pros, was thinking he had to go overseas, but then found his way into Pro Volleyball Federation.
Said they worked on their location and the tempo of their passing, ton of time on their serve. As you had said, it is all about serve and pass at any level of volleyball, including the highest levels. And we can't wait to bring you tonight's coverage of the Pro Volleyball Federation. Grace Cleveland, the 6'3" opposite rookie out of Purdue, at the service line, set to get us underway. And what atmosphere will await us tonight at Gas South Arena all across the league. You're seeing teams fill seats and a lot of excitement, a lot of enthusiasm for the level of competition as we are underway here in Atlanta. Cleveland pushes it down the line, dug out, and flying in from the back row. And the kill flying in from the back to get Grand Rapids on the board. And what a shot there by Chaussee.
You know, for somebody watching, that seems sneaky, but for Grand Rapids Rise, you know exactly where Chaussee is every single time. You want to finish a point, give it to Chaussee.
Her accolades precede her. You remember her well from her time at Louisville. Back set and from the pin. Well read by the Rise. Winding up and launching it wide. Did it catch a fingertip from member Monet? And they say no, 2-0 Rise. That is Lecator member Monet. Just 5'7", but boy, can she get off the floor from that outside spot, but just couldn't guide that cross court. Grand Rapids had great starts to its sets against Columbus. Another promising start here as they'll take the free ball. They go quick through the middle, dug out by Hentz. Once again, Member Benet, just too much smoke on that swing. And Lecator Member Benet gets the vibe on the board.
Andy, you almost felt that the first swing was just her getting warmed up. And
dug out
Member
by
Benet
Hens.
said, let me go ahead and take this rip. I got a little stronger cut on this. Go ahead, take it. Ooh.
Part of the first ever Final Four team from the Pitt Panthers. Almost a 40-inch vertical. And she was tested at Missouri to begin her career. Seeing some good defense early. And a deep shot and down. Point for the Vibe, and Leah Edmond, the reigning Pro Volleyball Federation Player of the Week, notches her first kill.
Early on, you're going to see scouted shots. This is watching video. Edmond says, I know exactly where that court is open. Go ahead, take that shot.
Edmond, 16 kills in the sweep over San Diego, hitting at a 4.07 clip and smothered a double block to tie us at 2.
Let's go. None other than Leah Edmond. Closing is Watson in the middle. Getting up, add it into those points. There, go ahead, Edmond.
Also had 2 blocks in that win over the Mojo, and a 3-0 spurt now for the Vibe as the serve sails long.
Member Benet can take that rip. You're going to see that she's just getting started on that service line. That was fast. If it hit court, it was going to go in.
Amelia Dimitrova coming off 12 kills versus Columbus. She'll get set to turn it loose from the service line. And pushed out from the back, a chance for the Rise to reset, and rising high off the block, but down. And that is a point for the Rise. It was turned back, but looks like it caught the tape there, Keeley.
You'll see Abbott taking advantage of this opportunity. Said, I'm going to go against Stringer as my right front blocker. I'm going to go off her hands and get that tool into the antenna.
And an ace makes it 5-3 Rise.
Dimitrova going right at Edmond. Edmond's still in the front row, so she'll pass and then attack in the front row. That is smart. Take her out of her rhythm, and then causing an ace even better, trying to get in the head of a player.
One of the veterans here in the Pro Volleyball Federation, Amelia Dimitrova, only her 17th professional season for the 32-year-old from Bulgaria. Boy, it's been a first set of spurts. And now it's a 3-0 run ripped off by the Rise.
Setter Ashley Evans has either Chassé or Dimitrova in the back row saying, let me go to my right side, make the blocker and defender guess for Vibe. That's how you work an offense, Evans.
Like we said, 2 elite passers in the spotlight tonight in Evans and Stringer. Ashley Evans, her 6th professional season, member of Team USA, won a bronze at the 2022 Pan Am Games. And so if you're a young setter, you've got 2 outstanding players to watch tonight in Stringer and Evans. Loaded up, and it rattles through the block attempt for the Rise point. Rising high was Alyssa Jensen.
This is the matchup Rise are going for, saying I'm going to Abbott, working it low and flat, off the hands again down the front of the block.
And let me correct myself, 27 Simone Abbott. And 5 kills, 7 digs in the sweep over Columbus. Quick set, well read. Oh, wow. Crushed from a tight angle for the Rise point. And make it 8-4 Grand Rapids. That one was coming in hot from Chassé.
Instant fan when you watch Chassé. High jumper, inside cut, so many angles because a lot of times she'll go over that block to get a look of the court.
Such a well-rounded player, and still so much potential yet for Claire Chassé. Just her 2nd professional season, 2nd service here, however, for the Rise. And back to the line goes the Vibe.
One thing about Chassé, she can pass. She's like, go ahead, teammate, Stringer, my college teammate. Go ahead, give it to me.
Would you be shocked to learn that a team featuring Tori Stringer and Claire Chassé made it to a Final Four with the Cardinals?
Pretty impressed. The Final Four and to the finals. Just the leadership on that team. Coach DBK, Danny Buzzboom Kelly, I'm sure listening, and shout out to what she's done. for Louisville and the ACC.
Two, but certainly not the only two. Cardinals now playing professional volleyball. Rise on top, 8-6, changes speed, and she can do that as well. Chaussee with the side out for the Rise.
That's just the hang time. As soon as you see a block falling and you go up, their hands will pull off the net, because if it maintained the penetration, you're going to get a net violation, and that's just a good change up by Chaussee.
Wow, what a block. And the point to the Vibe.
Andy, you know how I played in Spain? When a ball went down right at the defender, you would say, "Cometelo, you're about to eat this, right on ya." There you go, Edmond. That's a strong block penetration. And the matchup in that rotation right before Edmond went to go back to serve was with Chaussee.
Yeah, I'm not sure how fluent Shelly Fanning is in Spanish, but she can relate to the sentiment. And another service here. Gives it back to the Rise, 10-7 Grand Rapids. Just underway in our first set from Gas South Arena.
These will be good rotations for the Rise. You got Ashley Evans, the setter, back to serve. That means a three-hitter situation, 3 attackers in your front row.
Oh, what a great dig from the back by Abbott. Chaussee punching it over. Vibe trying to get organized. It'll be bumped across by Hentz. Edmond cranks it from the back. And a point for the Vibe.
The Vibe were like, yes, we know you have Chaussee. You got Dimitrova in your right back, but we have a player called Leah Edmond. Go ahead, put it down in the back row.
4.1 kills a set so far this season for the fourth-year pro from the University of Kentucky. And Chaussee off the inside hand of the block and out of bounds to give a side out to the Rise.
Andy, what's so impressive about the attack from Chaussee, she changes it based on what the blocker gives her. So this is a higher blocker. You got Cleveland in front of you. Instead of going low, she's going high into the hands. It's a power tool shot to go long out of bounds.
Ooh, off the net, trickles over, Rise the point, and they up the lead to 4.
I'm just a Chaussee fan. I tell you what, there's nothing she can do wrong. Just a good serve, just a smart player, front row, back row. It's a complete player in Claire Chaussee.
And this time it's the Vibe's turn to get the tool and the point. And that one came from Lecator member Monet, as we see it again.
A shout out to Dan Fisher for at Pitt, developing member Monet on that swing. Nicely done. One-on-one, I'll get that kill.
Who says 5'7" players can cut them loose from the outside? Member Monet bumped across by Edmond. Oh, the pancake, it's kept up. Stringer, the back set.
Wow.
And the point for the Vibe. Cleveland.
You saw her setter Stringer give a big hug. That ball was probably a foot closer to the net than Cleveland was expecting, causing her to go up and reach for that out-of-system ball.
Showing that wingspan, the 6'3" pro from Purdue. And the Rise get the point right back.
Andy, I think the Rise have an advantage in the middle. Caffey's a strong attacker. You can see Evans trying to get her going, but if they can continue to connect with power, that's going to hold the middle a little longer.
Well, Todd Dagenet told us that for tonight, his team needs to get block touches, and they need to play fierce defense behind that. We are seeing some great digs, though, by the Rise. Jousted at the net, Edmond can't keep it up. And the Rise continue to stretch things out here on the Vibe in our first set.
I think the Rise are doing a much better job on the service line. A lot of these passes are tight, which puts the Rise more in a power position when they get an easier ball back to finish.
Yeah, just like you said, it'll turn into a free ball for the Rise. Oh, wow, up high and down hard. Coming right at you from the middle, Maren Grote, the former Washington Husky.
6'4", second-year pro, putting it down. That's how you do it, Grote.
snapping that straight through to give Grand Rapids the 5-point lead. Midway through our first set.
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we're only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale, news, and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
So welcome back to Atlanta tonight. Vibe trying to preserve this 3-0 start, but trailing Grand Rapids 15-10. Midway through our first set, Andy Demetra, Keely Evelyn. Kathy George has to like what she's seen. A very sharp start for her club.
I think the Rise are doing an excellent job on the service line and the passing game. Setter Evans working different attackers, and then when the matchup is there to go against Stringer as the blocker for the setter and the blocker when she's in the front row for Vibe, that's a good matchup, and the Rise are taking advantage.
All teams, I'm sure, still feeling their way through this match, and that's something we talked about with Coach Dagenet last night. There's still not a lot of tape for any franchise right now because we're still so new into the season. So teams are learning tendencies, they're learning systems and strengths. And what we found interesting was that Coach Dagenet says he and his staff are leaning a lot on their players because they know the players opposite the net from them in so many situations, from playing in the pros overseas, playing against one another in college, that they have a better read on tendencies and how to attack them.
I love it. Both coaches taking feedback from their players, saying, okay, what do you think this player likes to do? Tendencies, we only have 3 sets to go on, but what do you got? And remember, Mene says, I got some power.
Well, I don't think there was a lot of intel that went into Lecator member Mene. She can get up. Swing sails wide, point to the Vibe, 15-12.
This is the time that the Vibe needs to create a comeback. Otherwise, the Rise, if they can get a side out, maintain this separation, they're cruising.
And hangs up high and off the top of the block and down for the Rise point. And one more in the tally of Simone Abbott, the former Northwestern Wildcat, in her 8th pro season.
At 6'1", and she skies. It's easy to go over a block and work that deep shot with the tool.
We talk about the players sort of volunteering themselves as additional coaches and scouts. It's more literal in some cases because Simone Abbott spent last season as a volunteer coach at IUPUI. Another rally goes the way of the Rise as it dumped over to stress the lead back to 5.
Strong net play right there. You got 6'1" Evans waiting for that ball to come tight to show that she can be a dominant offensive threat.
And time called by the Vibe. Grand Rapids started off strong and now continuing to keep the Vibe at arm's length here at Gas South Arena. Take a look at our upcoming action in the Pro Volleyball Federation. Orlando welcoming in Vegas tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. You can catch that action right here on YouTube.
Vegas pulling off the win in Omaha. That was a big one, and all teams just ready to go. Orlando Valkyries, strong performance against Vibe, almost won that in 5 sets. So together, this is going to be a good match to tune into.
And Molly McCage of the Thrill, of course, preseason All-League. Along with some players that you're seeing tonight in Edmond and Chaussee.
And it's a pass and serve game. So you see Dilfer Stringer running, the setter for the Vibe, running all over. There's a lot of movement is almost like a quarterback scrambling. You see the running all around instead of physically being at the net to run an offense, that's called in system. So when a setter's physically at the net, you're in system running the plays you want to do. So I'm sure Coach Dagenet talked to his team and say, let's get the pass back on track, and we're right back in this.
Let's talk more about some of the statistics that you'll see this season in the Pro Volleyball Federation, specifically with serve receive. As that one is tooled for the point off the swing from Edmond. Because you have a 4-point system now to grade serve receptions.
And that's a lot talked about in the college game, like a stick and a 3 pass. You have 3 options, a 0 pass, you have no options to run on. So you're judged with stats on that serve receive passing number. How many options does the setter have to actually set the ball?
Yeah, if you see college volleyball, that's not necessarily in the lexicon, but it is here in the Pro Volleyball Federation. Another service here for the Vibe. Brings the lead back 2-5 for the Rise. Oh, how about a nice jump top? And off the back set, cross court and down for the Vibe point.
I love this Bolt 6 system. Instantly sent an in or out call to the official on the tablet saying, yep, that ball was in. And Fanning was like, oh, it was a foot in. Thank you very much.
Shelly Fanning on the go behind. Coming off 6 blocks in that sweep over San Diego. And the points to the Vibe as they got those hands down. I think they anticipated Chaussee was going to try to hit into the hands.
Coach George might be using her first challenge of the match to see if there was a touch on the block.
And you called it. Vibe pretty adamant they did not get the touch. And so a review here with the score for now. Grand Rapids 18, Atlanta 15. Kathy George, already a volleyball pioneer. She was the first female head coach to lead her team to an NCAA Final Four. Did that in 1989 with UT Arlington, and once again part of an historic first season here in the Pro Volleyball Federation. As we get the close-up view, and do we see some fingers move there?
I did not see any finger motion. So this is the beauty about the Bolt 6 system. You have 10 cameras on the court. You have, 12 on the court, 10 in the rafters, catching everything. So if the challenge is used, you're going against technology. And this time, Kathy George won it.
Call, like you say, gets overturned. 19-14 Rise. Stringer up top, kept up. Oh, now they'll change of pace over the double block from the middle. Takes a little mid-air cleverness sometimes to get the point, and the Vibe did it right there.
Excellent job out of a timeout, working Fanning in the middle. You saw it on the slide attack, this one up the gut in the middle. Great job, first passing out of the first timeout, and now running the middle after second timeout.
Was that change of speed by design, or was that kind of out of necessity for Shelly Fanning as you saw the replay?
Oh, just the connection and transition. You go with anything. Sometimes a whiff kill, anything that counts as a kill is gonna be a happy day for a team.
And does that go wide? It does. Maybe the start of a rally from the Vibe. And they string together a couple of points in a row to make it 19-16.
Nice idea when you try to cut it sharp. And you can see Dimitrova trying to get it tight to the line, just missed it long. The idea was there.
Admin Long. A third service error of the first set for the Vibe, and that snuffs out some of that momentum.
And back, you got Evans in the serving line. That means Dimitrova is back in the front row for that lefty right side attack. Strong block.
Sent across, wow. Terminal swing by Member Monet.
Member Monet says, go ahead, give me a low and flat ball. I see I have line, I'm gonna beat the block there. That's how you do it. Stringer at the 10-foot line, still giving the ball that was needed to Member Monet for the put away.
When the ball is a blur, even when you slow down the footage, that's when you know you're dealing with somebody who's got a lightning quick arm. Member Monet getting the start. And Linehan still about a week away from becoming eligible to play again. Chaussee with a let up. It's pancaked out, kept alive. Great defense from the back. And trying to smother that in the middle, but it sails out. Point to Grand Rapids.
You see Evans getting different hitters involved. That time Caffey in the middle transition attack. Nicely done. I'm impressed with the game that Evans is running.
Ashley Evans, part of Team USA, back at the FIVB Road to Paris Olympic qualifier in Poland back in the fall. Played internationally in Spain, France, Germany, and you can tell she is very self-assured, dishing it out here and helping Grand Rapids to the 21-17 first set lead. And with that, we have timeout just underway at Gas South Arena. Set one, Grand Rapids in Atlanta. Both teams coming off sweeps. And here in set one, Grand Rapids opening up the 21-17 lead over Atlanta. Another energetic atmosphere at Gas South Arena. You just love to see the scenes and the sounds, Keely, all across the country now as we get this Pro Volleyball Federation season underway.
I love it. Just think as a young player how amazing this is to watch a place that you dream about being one day. It gives you a little more extra energy in the gym to work on your game.
And I think there is more than a touch of envy from former pros such as yourself, seeing a high-level domestic league like that, the crowds, the support that they're getting. Here's the dig by Hentz. Member-Monet. The block touch by the Rise. Can they take advantage? Yes, they can.
And speaking of young players, that's what you want to see. You have Chaussee out of a timeout, misses her serve, and then comes back with a back row power attack. That's the bounce back at this elite level. Shake it off, move on, put the next one away.
Yeah, stepping up and finding that seam. An active first set for the preseason all-league selection. Member-Monet again trying to go cross-court and deep. That's dug out. The left-handed swing by Dimitrova. Member-Monet one more time, and a diving dig. Who will break through in this rally? Watch out. Member-Monet puts an end to that. She is fun to watch.
Oh my goodness, Andy. Member-Monet looking like she's going cross-court, sees the line, and then let me go ahead and take that fast. That's all right. Give me some high five, Head says.
That is snapping the wrist. Makes it a three-point first set. Back to Abbott. Block touch. Edmond steps into it, but denied.
The right idea, going power to power. Edmond wanted to go flat into the block because she saw Grote in front of her. Dimitrova with that wall trying to hit it flat, just not able to pass the block.
Yeah, between Grote and Dimitrova, good luck finding an angle. Aaron Grote, 3 blocks. Dimitrova, a couple of blocks as well in their sweep over Columbus. Inching the Rise ever closer to a first set win, and off the defensive point, they'll serve for the first set.
Feeling good when your setter Evans can hold her line against a strong attacker in Leah Edmond. Watch this, going up, go ahead line, I'm right there, says Evans.
24-19 Grand Rapids. Over on 2 from the back. Swung down, did it catch a hand? It did, and it's a first set victory for Grand Rapids. And Todd Dagenet may ask for a review. Top official awarded the point to Grand Rapids.
So
and
nice.
They reverse this and now call it to Atlanta.
This bolt six system with 22 cameras that will catch everything. So it's only like line, touches, statistical cameras that will send an instant review to the up official's tablet.
So it does wind up an Atlanta point, and that one is long. Grand Rapids insisted it caught a fingertip. And Kathy George will use her second challenge of the set. Because that first challenge was successful, she still has 2 at her disposal. Thought there was some hand action at the net.
Yeah, I'm seeing some movement with the right finger, but it all comes down to, do you see it as well? Does the referee see it?
You and I have called many matches in our careers, and we are fond of saying sometimes you see replays with your heart. And indeed, call is overturned. Point to Grand Rapids. First set to Grand Rapids. They controlled the run of play in that first set, 25-20. Rise, set here in Atlanta. Don't go anywhere.
Let's go celebrate now. Let's go.
Welcome back to tonight's coverage of the Pro Volleyball Federation, cruising through the Atlantic Station neighborhood of Atlanta. That's Keely Evelyn's neighborhood, folks.
Pretty awesome. My college town, which I don't know if you can call Atlanta a college town, like a college city, is Atlanta, and then Grand Rapids is my hometown. So this is a huge personal moment for me. Seeing this dream would have been, I would have been one of those little girls out there looking at my mom saying, Mom, I'm gonna be there one day.
Yeah, how neat is that? Boy, what a great atmosphere at Van Andel Arena for the Rise's inaugural match. And yeah, to that point, Keely, this match has to hold so much sentimental significance for you, for somebody who's been playing volleyball around the sport, teaching, coaching for your entire professional life. to see your hometown and then your adopted home both have professional franchises inspiring the next generation of volleyball players. This has to mean so much to you.
Oh, I get tears right now just thinking about it. And you have Coach Todd Dagenet, I've known since I was 16. He was the Michigan State assistant coach. And then Coach Kathy George was the Western Michigan head coach during my high school years, and that's where I played club volleyball. So these coaches I've known since I was 16, and now I get to call their matches in the professional level. It's just a good, special moment for me.
Oh, they could probably pull out those old recruiting letters.
They'd be like, do you actually put on a dress? Are you kidding me? You didn't care what your hair looked like on the court.
You were all business between those lines. A 1-0 start to the second set for Grand Rapids. Cheeky little touch from the pin by member Monet, finding the soft spot. All right, so 25-20, the first set victory for Grand Rapids. What adjustments do you anticipate seeing from the Vibe here in set 2?
Well, I think it starts with the passing game. Dilfer Stringer did an excellent job setting that ball, giving a nice option for the roll shot.
And there's the first ace of the match for the Vibe. He was also missing in that first set.
Speaking of my childhood, I used to wear the holiest knee pads because I played. If you had clean knee pads, you'd be on the bench. So that grittiness you're seeing even Atlanta come out with right now, saying, you know what, we are going to fight. And I don't think the Grand Rapids Rise are going down because that's just in the culture there.
As Fanning follows the ace with the service air. Yeah, the more holes in your knee pads, you wear those like a badge of honor.
That's right, and dirtier, that's right. I worked for those.
Chaussee cues up the serve for the Rise. An impressive first set for Claire Chaussee. Tries to keep it up, but unable to be retrieved from the back.
That's a fight you will need. Coach Dagenet said, guys, get back to what we know how to do. Pass, and then the scouting report. Get the middles going. You saw Watson taking that swing. Good job, Stringer setter, giving her that ball.
Yeah, Karis Watson seeing some action. 8th year as a pro out of Clemson. Abbott. The dig by Edmond and unable to be chased down in front of the Vibe bench.
What it looks like the Rise are doing is setting over Stringer. You can see the matchup. It's a shorter setter situation. Even though Stringer holds her own on that block, it's just the height advantage. So for Vibe, they need to rotate quickly. So get out of these rotations, get that pass going, and you'll take a missed serve all day to get that quickly side out.
Maybe something Kathy George is hoping her team cleans up in the second set. They did give some points to the Vibe in the service line. Simone Abbott, by the way, 5 kills, 7 digs, 1 ace in that sweep over Columbus. She is a smiling sniper, and several of her swings have demonstrated. Hence the bump set. And Cleveland overcooks that.
Cleveland taking that swing, trying to catch the top of the blocker's hand, so you can see how she turned her hand up to make the ball a little flat, but the fingers were not there, so the ball sailed long.
For all here, what stood out about Grand Rapids in that first set and how they were able to kind of dictate the terms of that opening set?
Oh, I think it was setter Ashley Evans running a fantastic show. That's Asa setter, like she just saw the slam tip on cue. You don't know where the ball is going. She's able to find a way to make all of her hitters successful. So as a defender, who do you set up on? You can think of one person, she's gonna set the other, and then when in doubt, go ahead, take that slam tip.
A little flick on 2 by the former Purdue Boilermaker. First player in school history with 4,000 career assists, 1,000 digs. But you can also get some kills as well. They snuff out the slot attack. And smothered into the net, point to the Vibe.
Both of these coaches know that they have high energy teams. To pull off a win against either of these teams, you have to stay with endurance. You see Vibe coming out just a little stronger, a little more pep in their step.
Well, Todd Dagenet told us yesterday, this Grand Rapids team, he knew it would be a tall order because they handle the ball well. They don't make many mistakes, and that first set certainly proved that. Chaussee into the net, kept up, not over. Seeing a little more power out of the Vibe here to begin the second.
I know Chaussee wants that ball back. I thought it hit net and went down, but Edmund said, count that as a stat for me on that block assist, please. The difference in this set right now, you see Vibe coming out and setting their middles right away, trying to get the middle action ball. Attention to detail on the block. There's much better communication.
Ace of the set. And Todd Dagenet told us with his middles group, he really likes them. There's maybe no one superstar head and shoulders above the rest, but they all bring something positive.
You got Watson on the service line, 7 years as a pro. She can do it all.
Most experienced member of what is the youngest roster in the Pro Volleyball Federation. A couple of battles at the net. Ooh, and did that touch the net on the swing by Edmond? I believe so. On the follow through. Got a little too hot in the kitchen there.
With all of these cameras that are going to catch everything, you can't argue against it because it's going to be surveillance right on you.
And I think even Leah Edmond, sometimes you got to be a salesman in those eyelash plays. And you can see that net ripple and the side out to the rise. Oh, and an overpass. But look at Hens. But the block, Dimitrova and Grote, they have been quite a duo.
You got 6'4", Grote, 2-year pro out of Washington. Leah Edmond coming my way. Clamp that down.
Quick set denied. Grote once more. She is casting a shadow there.
When a setter goes low to set, there's a lot more airtime that you can see where the set is going. Grote took the read, recognizing that middle fanning was getting that ball on the set.
Former All-American, like you said, from the University of Washington, pushed the rise in front. Heavy serve, almost another block. Rise thought there was a net violation. They'll reload. Evans. Hence the bump set. Edmond turned back. Chaussee. Best rally of the match so far. And that swing is wide. Point to the Vibe. What a battle.
Incredible scramble. It was the dig by Lecator member Mene to keep the rally going. That was huge just to finish it all. Hitting a little wide. Good idea, but that dig early on was a difference maker to pull off that point for the Vibe.
High velocity from Simone Abbott, but just couldn't find that seam down the line. All tie to date. Tori Stringer to serve. Daughter, of course, of Trent Dilfer. It is Super Bowl weekend, and we'd be remiss if we didn't mention Trent Dilfer, a Super Bowl champion with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Of course, he was a All-American at Fresno State as a quarterback, and a couple of decades later, his daughter, an All-American in volleyball at Louisville. The windup and the finish, cross court and deep for the Vibe point.
The Vibe were waiting on some action going to the right side by Cleveland. This is one of the first we've seen in a while, reversing it back. A little seam going cross court. Cleveland with the put away.
And just right through the hands there. They couldn't set up their block at the edge. And the Vibe back in front. Chaussee skying through. Kept up, over on 2. Hence got the initial dig for the Vibe. Hence, up high, Edmond for the point. It's been a bit of a quiet match so far for Leah Edmond, but that brings the crowd at Gas South Arena to its feet.
Edmond should make a shirt saying Edmond equals in. That ball, nice strong shot. She knew it as soon as she popped it. Right on that line, get you that.
I know you were a setter in your day, but you can relate. Sometimes you just know the moment you contact it. Almost an overpass. Great scramble there by Cleveland to keep the rally alive. Chaussee, and that is long.
Even though the Vibe are coming up with that point, did you see how high Chaussee was over that block? A good 7-8 inches with some sky. Look at this air time. Just appreciate it. Even though she hit it long, no big deal. Just nice air time.
Can't get the point. Vibe up 3. Grand Rapids calls time. As the Vibe start to stretch out our second set.
lot of empty seats to be had as these two teams prepare to make history.
They go right back to it.
The first swing for Linehan results in a point for the Vibe.
Kelly! Off the edge of the block and down. Jose got the free ball and absolutely punished.
Taylor Cruz off hands. A powerful swing.
He has been putting that ball down in Atlanta.
Slam punt.
Now, a scene you will see all season long here in the Pro Volleyball Federation. Young fans enjoying the action. They're seeing some top-level volleyball tonight in Atlanta. Grand Rapids calling timeout with the Vibe ahead 11-8 in the second.
Volleyball at this level is one of those things, you come once, you become addicted right away. It doesn't take twice. You're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing to witness.
As Todd Dagenet said, we are all caretakers of the same flame. They know what the success of this league will mean to the fans and volleyball players all across the country as the Vibe now stretch the lead to 12-8 out of the timeout.
Congrats and props to Coach Dagenet to change the scouting report saying, let's get back to our middles. Let's get them going. It starts with a pass. Remember Mene delivering a perfect one so Stringer could set that ball at the net.
Chaussee has to reach for it. Abbott leads the Rise with 6 kills. Just having to push that over. Edmond was blocked, and the point to the Rise. Not something you've seen often this season, a block on a swing from Edmond.
So it's so important to develop tall setters in the youth because you have a setter like Evans, 6'1", holds your own, and then middle row closing. But that's how you hold your own as a setter blocker.
Yeah, Ashley Evans, she's a member of Team USA, and not just because of her passing skill. Like you said, 6'1", and closed down on a block. Oh, look at, speaking of Team USA, Hentz laying out. Dimitrova loads up. Now Cleveland. Abbott. And muscled through the block. The point from Edmond, and a point to the Vibe.
Edmond says, I'm going to hit cross court as hard as I can, and I hope the middle is still moving on, not able to close. It's almost like a blind attack because you're coming over right shoulder, trying to hit the moving middle blocker to get that tool down.
I started to see Leah Edmond find her form in the second set. And that one catches a corner. Big swing from Dimitrova.
Such a hard ball to defend. You'll see in the professional level, you don't try to hit balls too sharp. If you go high and flat, it's hard to put your hands high when you think the ball is going to be low into your platform.
You're a pro yourself, Keely, and I know you can appreciate the longevity of Amelia Dimitrova, who began her first professional season at age 16, year 17 as a pro, and still performing at a high level.
It's all about taking care of your body. I remember the older players when I played, like so aware of what they were eating, and I'm like, oh, pregame meal? You didn't know the difference. Toward my 3rd and 4th year, I recognized, oh, that's why they were taking care of their body. They were like worried about what they were actually putting in, using their body as a tool to play this game at such a high level. And
Dimitrova helping the Rise close to within 2. Todd Dagenet walking over to our head of up official. Amelia Dimitrova, she's got some stamps on the passport from Bulgaria. She's played in their domestic league, also in France, Italy, Turkey, Romania, Japan. And now part of the inaugural season of the Pro Volleyball Federation. And a rip cross court for the kill. That one from Cleveland.
That's a strong cut shot, a low ball, recognizing she was one-on-one. Stringer saying, I'll give you a flat ball, one-on-one. Good job on that, even close to get that.
Ups the Vibe lead to 3 again. Banning the serve. Chaussee. Look at the layup by Member Mene. They go through the middle this time and put down.
Kathy right there. She did a good job getting that previous block, closing over, and this one out of a transition. Evan says, we need to get our middle going as well. Kathy says, I'm here for it.
And Kayla Caffey, third-year pro out of Texas. Also had stops at Nebraska, Missouri, coming off 6 kills in the win over the Fury. Member Benet flying through the block touch. Cleveland from a standing position. Evans sets up Chauncey, but the solo block. Karis Watson.
All the Clemson fans cheering for that one. You had Watson going up one-on-one. Chauncey had a good opportunity, good seam. Watson said, I know which way you're going. I watched some video. Stepping in on that one.
Karis Watson, she knows all the tricks. Most veteran member of this Vibe roster, her 8th season of professional volleyball. Makes it 15-12 Vibe. Evans goes short. Timing was not quite there for the Rise, and they surrender the point.
No line judges, but you have the Bolt 6 system, better than line judges. You got all this technology around, no hesitation. That look at the tablet, ball was called in.
Vibe sensing we might be able to gap the Rise here midway through our second set. And that one just down the tape and in for the point.
Great job changing it up, going off the moving blocker's hands. You saw Abbott take it inside cut shot. Watson patting her chest like, shoot, guys, I had that penetration.
The back row attack and into the corner for the point from Cleveland. Grace Cleveland has been impressive in this match.
Stepping it up in the second set when her team needed her. Said, okay, we're outside dominant right now. Middles and right side, we need you. Cleveland says, I'm here.
Obviously, a lot of the attention, rightfully so, directed to the likes of Edmond. And no Allie Linehan tonight, but she will be a stalwart for Todd Dagenet. And it just shows you the depth that the Vibe have accumulated here when Grace Cleveland can be that sort of X factor and that third option. When there is no option there, we're trying to get in front of that swing from Abbott.
Abbott's like, we got more penetration than that. Let me go up and take this rip, shut it down. That's how you do it.
Makes it 17-14 Vibe. Edmond off the serve receive. That's easy money.
That was a thank you very much. You can see Stringer saying, you know, I missed that set just a little bit. Thanks for saving it into the seam. Edmond sped up her feet just a little bit to beat the block to that seam.
Reigning Pro Volleyball Federation Player of the Week, Leah Edmond, unanimous preseason All-League. And doing nothing to disabuse the voting public of that. This will have to be bumped over from the back line. Dig by Kamali Heapo, who's in for the first time. Does that sneak down the line? It does. And right now, you see the Vibe. They're sensing the angles a lot better here in the second set.
It was first the serve and the cover by Heapo to keep it rally going. And then Edmond, short tip down the line, recognizing the right back defender was at the 10-foot line. So if you tip a little deeper, you got her.
Just out of the corner of her eye, stretches the Vibe lead to 5, 19-14. As the Rise called timeout, Leah Edmond spotted it down the line. the veteran Keely Evelyn is who welcome you back to Gas South Arena. The Vibe fans on their feet as they've seen their team rally from a set one loss to lead the rise 19-14 in the second. Leah Edmond starting to assert herself. 4 kills in set number 2, Keely.
It's been nice, the change. The pass has been better for Vibe, getting the rhythm. You saw the pass and serve game was all Grand Rapids Rise early on. Vibe has shifted their game, and we talked about it, Andy. We don't think anyone's walking out of here in 3 sets. We expected already a long one.
And Todd Dagenet, he was right on it when he told us that every set could be decided by a flip of the coin tonight. As the Vibe look to preserve this undefeated start to their season. And it's Simone Abbott. She is swinging a heavy hand in the second.
That's a give me the ball. I got the matchup low and flat. Evan says, I got you. Let's do this.
Snaps that down the line. An 8th kill of the match to lead the rise for Simone Abbott.
In this rotation, you got Edmond in the front row. A slide attack would be useful for if Fanning can get back there on a pass.
Cross court to Chaussee. Now Edmond. Wow.
This is why it's so important to learn the game. So after that previous shot that tipped down the line, Edmond recognizes, oh, I got nobody deep. Let me go ahead, change my shot. My body fully looking cross court and then taking the rip line.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because the way the shoulders were squared by Edmond, you'd think she's going cross court. Just great torque to go down the line with that shot. And the Vibe now the first to 20. Off the top of the block and down for the rise point.
Changing your shot. Chaussee was like, okay, I'm getting in my rhythm, getting the power game back. That ball's slightly off. I'll go off the hands of high jumper Cleveland in front of me.
Commonwealth of Kentucky well represented tonight between Claire Chaussee, former Louisville Cardinal, Leah Edmond, former Kentucky Wildcat. 2016 Vibe. As we have a brief stoppage here.
Just checking the score clock, it looks like.
Just a little extra time for everybody to drink in this atmosphere, Keely. Bask in volleyball at its highest level. Stringer feeds Edmond. Cleveland dug out from the back.
There you go.
Ooh, and that one is long. Didn't clip a hand. I believe Kathy George sees otherwise. She might want to initiate a challenge, and she will.
You can see the strength in the set delivery by Evans. That ball was no higher than the antenna, so flat out. Good time to challenge, what may as well. Nice set though, both on the right back when she gave it to Dimitrova and then out to Chaussee.
Kathy George is 2 of 2 on challenges tonight.
Helps with all that experience. 17
Yes,
years,
indeed.
Michigan State, 11, Western Michigan.
35 years as a college head coach. As you see the swing from Chaussee.
I don't see any finger motion. What about you, Andy?
I don't either. And neither does the review. 21-16 Vibe. Young and old all enjoying the action here at Gas South Arena. Glad you are as well on our presentation on YouTube. Edmond winds up the serve. And Chaussee makes no doubt about that one, Keely.
That's the hesitation only a high jumper has. Watch how she goes up. She hangs a little bit, recognizes where her block is, sees it, then cuts it right around. People say it's thumb down, but it's where your palm's facing in the snap, which then takes your thumb down for that cut shot.
And another kill for the former ACC Player of the Year. But the response right back from the Vibe as they go with the quick set.
You could almost feel setter Stringer waiting for that good pass. We know we need to get our middles going. It's a one-on-one opportunity. Great pass going to Fanning.
Makes it 22-17 vibe. 3 points from even in this match. Chaussee blocked. Kept up and pushed over. Stringer underneath it. Couldn't get the timing down, and I thought we saw a ripple of the net there on the landing by Watson indeed. Violation at the net, point to the Rise.
The cover ball to keep that going. You had Edmonds playing off the block, just a little net violation, trying to make that extra effort. But it was the cover ball by Setter Evans to keep it going for the Rise.
We had noted Tori Stringer's dad won a Super Bowl. Trent Dilfer, Karis Watson's brother. Ben Watson, former NFL tight end, a Super Bowl champion himself with the Patriots. He won that in his rookie season. How cool would that be if Karis Watson could also win a league championship in her first year in the Pro Volleyball Federation? Chance for the Rise to close in 3. One more for Dimitrova. And she gets the point.
There's $1 million at the end of this rainbow with a league championship. So, you know, that just gives you extra energy when you're in practice to work on that low flat set to your right side, work in the middles. The energy is there. It's not lacking in either of these gyms.
Yeah, off the inside edge of the block attempt from Member Manet. And a timeout, Atlanta.
From club or high school courts to championship arenas, Spalding has been the trusted partner of volleyball players for generations. Our team of dedicated professionals isn't just about selling equipment, we're about supporting your journey. Spalding offers a comprehensive range of high-performance systems, nets, and accessories meticulously crafted for every skill level, budget, and playing style. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Spalding's knowledgeable staff will guide you, equip you, and cheer you on every step of the way.
A vibrant Friday night inside Gas South Arena for the homestanding Atlanta Vibe after falling 25-21 in set 1 to Grand Rapids. Rise on the service line, trying to make up a late 3-point deficit in the second set. Nothing they can do there about Legator Member Manet.
Andy, this is why you have to stick the pass. If you're receiving the ball as the front row outside hitter, you run the pass, you keep the ball at the net, the middle will hold with the middle. Low flat ball, you got the seam. Member Manet says, thank you very much.
That is textbook right there. Member Manet, who got the start ahead of Allie Linehan, still about a week out from becoming eligible. And Marley Monserrat, former Florida Gator, puts it in play. Got the one-handed.
And so you have 3 rotations. You rotate up, you become a front row player. Right now, the setter Stringer is in the front row, and between Abbott and Stringer, Abbott's getting a lot of kills.
Makes the score 23-21 as Kathy George watches on. Edmond. Oh, an overpass Trying for the roof. Instead, it turns into a Vibe point and set point now for the Vibe.
This is where experience comes in handy, the grit, the grind. We went to the championship at Louisville, says Stringer. I know how to compete, getting that turnover pass.
Boy, off the overpass, that could have been a shift in momentum, but the preseason all-league performer Tori Stringer makes it set point for Atlanta with the crowd on its feet. Oh, it's a miscommunication. We play on. There was a whistle. Teams continued on.
Interesting
And
call.
some confusion here, as it was played over by the Rise. But that does turn into a Vibe point. And set number 2 belongs to Atlanta. Now an awkward finish to what had been a very aggressive second set, and quite a response authored by Todd Dagenet and the Vibe, all level at 1 set apiece in Atlanta.
Our day has dawned. A new horizon is upon us. Inspired by the many who came before us, together on a path to achieve something extraordinary. Do you hear the groundswell? We are at the forefront of a revolution. Empowered, inspired, together. We didn't get here alone. This is our responsibility. We are creating a new major league on the greatest stage volleyball has ever seen. Pro Volleyball Federation is real pro volleyball. Now is our time. Communities will come together. History will be made. We are one. Today, we are inspired. Today, the light shines on us. Today marks the beginning of the next chapter. And we're writing it together.
Rally with us.
Intermission in Atlanta as we welcome you back to tonight's coverage of the Pro Volleyball Federation, the very popular Pond City market in Midtown Atlanta. And here at Gas South Arena, one set apiece between the Atlanta Vibe and Grand Rapids Rise. Both teams looking to extend undefeated starts to this inaugural season. Andrew DeVenture, Keely Evelyn, great to have you with us. Rise claimed the first set. Vibe took hold in the second. And let's start with this Grand Rapids team because they set that tone very early on, Keely.
Setter Ashley Evans doing an excellent job working sideline to sideline, reversing the flow, getting different hitters involved, and then when in doubt, go ahead, take that slam tip. It's been a blocking performance as well. It's mostly in the first set. The Rise got things going, and then it was Atlanta Vibe just trying to figure out how to stop players like Rote, Dimitrova. Just incredible done all around. Ashley Evans, give you some credit for that offense you're running. You've been getting middles going as well.
And we had sent two of the top passers in the Pro Volleyball Federation on display tonight. And Evans has certainly done a good job distributing for the Grand Rapids Rise. But then things started to shift in that second set. We saw Leah Evans start to get more involved. We saw the service team start to tighten up for the Vibe. And it clearly showed as they were able to find their footing and take the second set.
You can see in these highlights, the passing game started to wake up for the Vibe. That caused the offense to improve. Getting the middles involved was key. Stringer's like, oh, I got Legator on my outside. I'm going to go low and flat, give her a lot of seam to look at. But this is what it's about, Andy. All the boys and girls out enjoying some elite level volleyball across Atlanta and Grand Rapids.
Yeah, they've been treated to a very competitive first two sets, all level at one set apiece between Grand Rapids and Atlanta. Take a look at our match stats. About as even as you get.
That was the difference. The first and second set looked different for each team. So you saw Grand Rapids come out swinging. Evans working middle, right side, everything working. But it was a pass and serve game first set. Grand Rapids won hands down. And then Atlanta says, we need to step that up. These are a bunch of winners out here, girls and players that have competed at the highest level saying we can step up. That's the confidence you have. I don't think anyone's walking out of here even in four sets, Andy. This one might go the distance.
Well, Atlanta's first two wins came off of five-setters. Grand Rapids treading on some new ground after they made quick work of Columbus in their first match. 9 kills, by the way, for Simone Abbott to pace the Rise. And we saw Leah Evans start to get going. Her 8 kills paced the Vibe. Atlanta's played the most matches. They've won the most. 3-0. Vegas and Grand Rapids after the starts they had wanted. There's still a lot to be settled as we get our inaugural season of the Pro Volleyball Federation underway. And that's what's so exciting. The snapshot of the standings here in the second weekend of February. It could look entirely different by the end of this month, by the end of this season. It is going to be a battle every single week.
Atlanta was preseason pick number 2. Grand Rapids was tied for 3rd. So it's nice to see some two top teams that we're seeing today come out strong and recognizing, okay, they're equally as good. First set won by Grand Rapids, second one by Atlanta. It is anybody's league. There's so much talent across the board. So strong.
Get ready to stay up to date on all your Atlanta Vibe by following us on all the social media platforms.
We'll flip sides and get set for our third set at Gas South Arena in just a moment. Atlanta and Grand Rapids deadlocked at a set apiece. Don't go anywhere. Our coverage of the Pro Volleyball Federation on YouTube continues after this.
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we're only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale news and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
invite you to tune in tomorrow. And Vegas tangles with Orlando at Addition Financial Arena. In Orlando's 7 o'clock first serve. Valkyries pushed the Vibe to 5 sets on opening weekend. Still a lot to be decided here as we get ready for our third set. Andrew Demetric, Keela Eveland from Gas South Arena. Todd Dagenet, very decorated coach at UCF. Saw his team start to assert itself in that second set, and Grace Cleveland will get it started in the third.
You know, interesting choice in volleyball. It's all about rotation. So rotating the right players around. So the matchup at the block and the net is what you want. You see Grace Cleveland taking the first serve, which we are used to seeing Dilfer Stringer back there.
Clips a bit of the tape. And a quick snap through the middle. And the point for the Rise. Coach Kathleen George says, guys, let's pass the ball. We get our middles back involved. We are solid. Nice to see first ball go into middle on a good pass. Kayla Caffey, former All-American at Nebraska, then won a national title with the Texas Longhorns. Lunging dig from the corner by Edmond. Sets up Member Mene, but the double block turns her back.
Oh, what a wall going in front of you. You have 6'1" Dimitrova along with her middle 6'4" Grote putting up this wall right there. Ooh, that's hard to get through. Get you some of that.
Grote has been a presence in the middle. They can't close down that block that time. Member Mene not denied.
That's how you develop confidence as a setter. You go back to the player, your teammate that just got blocked, said, you can do it. And Member Mene says, I got you. Let's do this. A little look back, says, yep, I'm here for it.
What have you thought so far of Lecator, Member Mene getting the start in place of the injured Allie Linehan?
You know, known across the ACC as one of the hardest workers. When she played at Pitt, you just knew she was going to play fearless volleyball, and you're seeing that right now. It doesn't matter. She's used to tall blocks in front of her, being 5'7", but she's worked hard to improve her vertical, deception on her shots, and her passing game to stay on the court. She's earned her game today.
Native of St. Louis, Missouri, with 7 kills, but for the moment, the Rise, the 3-1 lead. Great dig by Sponsel. The favorite returned right back by the Vibe, but another defensive point for the Rise.
There's a communication by Leah Edmond and her setter Stringer who can talk to the up official as the captain, saying, let me go ahead and challenge that. Did I hit the block and then the ball continued to hit antenna, or did it hit antenna first? And right away with body language, you can tell that Evans knew, the blocker for Grand Rapids, knew that she blocked the ball and then the ball went into the antenna, so this ball will be for back to the Rise, to the Vibe.
For the moment, the score Grand Rapids 4-1. As we wait the replay review.
You know, anyone that's played college volleyball or back in the day, which without these cameras, you became the best actress out there.
Oh.
But you saw Evans, she knew she's not gonna get away with anything because you have all these cameras. So right away after she came down, she's like, ah, dang it. Right call to challenge this. Right away, off the arms. Happened so quickly, hard to see. Edmonds fought for it. Coach Dagenet had her back.
I heard you were quite the actress back in your day. Academy Award winning.
Oh, yes. I didn't learn until you went over in Spain and professionally that if you're asked, you have to be honest and practice. But you lie like crazy when you get to a match. So if your teammates ask you, you don't give it up willingly. But the minute they ask you, you have to be honest.
Situational honesty.
Yes. But yeah, you're an actress even in practice.
So after the overturned call, 3-2, Rise in our third set. And make it 3-all.
You're gonna see that from Vibe, mixing it up, smiles all around, feeling confident that the passing game is there. Edmond got a kill on the last one. Let me go ahead and work Fanning. That's how you do it. Nice job, Stringer, running a good offense.
Kind of an off-platform hit by Shelly Fanning, but the fifth-year pro from Baylor makes it work. Manning has played professionally in Poland, Puerto Rico for the last 4 years. Big wind-up and the kill by Abbott. She has been dialed in.
Oh, the best outside hitter in the French Cup. She's showing out today. I just love watching her play. Get a seam, one blocker, two blocker. There's power, precision, and dominance in that swing.
8th year as a pro, and those legs still just as springy, although she sends the serve into the net. Point to the Vibe, and we're tied at 4.
After a swing, though, nobody's mad on the team if you miss a serve after you just got that sweet kill. You just shake it off, move on.
Stringer now on the serve, and she puts that into the net.
I remember when you miss a serve, and then you feel bad. You're like, dang it, I missed my serve. But then the next player misses it, you're like, takes it almost like 10 pounds off your back.
It's a weight off your shoulders. Yeah. You're not the only one.
Here's your mulligan.
See what Grote offers up. Stringer sets up Edmond, cranks it through the block for the point.
I love when Edmond takes her swing on the right side before she goes back to serve. Now she's back to serve, so that means she'll have 3 rotations in the back row. But this front row right side, gosh, is looking as a good option for ever need it.
Edmond, the reigning Pete, another deep kill for the Rise. That was from Dimitrova.
Where experience comes to play. You had Evans just reversing it back. This was a line right on the line. Watch that, how distant it was, dropping inside to give her that look.
And Hens was playing corner, just couldn't reach over to it. And a middle block extends the Rise lead to 2.
Any little hesitation. So that time you saw Fanning jump and was falling down. That was enough for Caffey to just clamp in and read that block.
Caffey starting to make her presence felt. But another service here, this time from Evans.
Yeah, it's staying in the fight. At this point in the game, you have to stay with that focus and fight all the way through as you continue to execute the scouting report, going with a low flat serve.
Both teams looking for a breakthrough in the 3rd set. Overpass, kept airborne though by the Rise. Another opportunity. And a cross-court crush by member Mene for the kill.
This is why it's so important to run your middles early on each set. Get them back every so often. That's just enough to hold the middle. You saw the step to the left with Caffey. That gave member Mene the seam to work with.
And Caffey once more through the middle. Returns the lead to Grand Rapids.
Look at the passing game improve for Grand Rapids in the 3rd set. You see setter Evans at the net. This is how you run an offense. Imagine like a quarterback just standing in the pocket. You're safe, you're protected, and right here you have Evans working a show.
A couple of points through the middle for Grand Rapids. Vibe trying to do the same thing. Couldn't get a clean swing on it. Out of the back, member Mene loads up, but the dig comes from Sponsel. Haven't talked a bunch about Sarah Sponsel tonight, but former beach volleyball Olympian. And she helps give the Rise the point and stress the lead to 2.
You are 100% correct. Sponsel deserved that rally point in a way. She dug that first attack by member Mene that was extremely powerful. Dug it, kept the rally going.
Now, she was the defensive player of the year in the AVP Tour in 2022. Court or sand, she can go get it. And I love what Kerry Walsh-Jennings said of Sarah Sponsel. She said she is made of greatness. That's the kind of player you want on your team if you're Caffey Torres, but then again, you want to have member Mene on your team as well.
This is how you build a team of winners on each side. So member Mene, she's been sitting the bench just a little bit because Allie Linehan, who's out with the ankle sprain, has been playing. But you are confident in your game. You know what you can do. Showing out today, member Mene.
She's so unique, and there she is taking advantage of the overpass. But we'll say it's a net violation on the Vibe. Point to the Rise. Rise are grateful. Vibe are in disbelief. Makes it 10-8 Grand Rapids as Tori Stringer pleads her case.
So if the ball is not clearing the top of that net, then you cannot physically attack the ball on the block. Watch this. Saying, I don't know about that, Andy. Because when the setter can't even get there going up with one hand, I'm thinking that's edible for the block to go get.
The Vibe thought they had an easy side out, but instead the point to the rise, and they followed that up with the block.
Dimitrova says, yep, you're going to try to hit seam on that. Instead of, I'm going to show that I'm going to block you line and watch me jump into my left. Getting out to line, holding her spot. That's how you do it, walking that off.
The KG veteran, Amelia Dimitrova. Just a little out of system and out of timing as they tried to set the pin, point to the Vibe, and that was one that Atlanta needed to kind of blunt that momentum.
You can almost feel like that overpass block that member Mene went for. That woke Atlanta up a little bit, saying they were fighting hard for that point. Sometimes, even if you don't win it, you just need something to get your team a little more spunk.
Chauncey blocked. The solo by Karis Watson, second solo block that she's had tonight.
Watson goes, yes, Chauncey, you've been quiet for these last couple of rounds, but I still know where you are on the court. Where is Chauncey? I'm going for it.
Well, that's the second time tonight that they've tried to load up a back row attack for Chauncey, but it was blocked by Watson.
It's all about the read. You can never forget where number 9 is for Grand Rapids. Chauncey is going to be that back row option.
Dimitrova long on the serve. 12-11 rise.
Coming back strong. Looking at the rotation, you have 2 back row attackers for Grand Rapids. It's been going to the outside in this rotation with Abbott.
Boy, great serve by Watson. Really got that to dip low. Here's Abbott stepping through with the line shot. It was well covered by the Vibe, but just too much smoke from the veteran Simone Abbott.
Even out of system, this is the matchup you're going for. Abbott says, I know I have the line shot, let me go ahead. Good set delivery out of system.
So Abbott gets the side out, and now on the serve. Punched over and out of bounds. Trying to go with a quick set. And you can tell Fanning and Stringer were not in sync. And make it 14-11 Grand Rapids.
You need a back row attack by this point with Cleveland just to spread the offense a little bit.
Instead go with Fanning, cutting it loose.
Way to follow your setter. Fanning came all the way over, recognizing Stringer was almost off the court, working her way back. That's just good setter middle connection through that gap.
Shelly Fanning, former 3-time All-American with Baylor. Also participated in equestrian growing up. She was in the saddle there on that spike. Run down from the back. Spontel saving an ace, but cannot prevent the point. Cleveland with the kill.
Cleveland is like, Keely, I got one more rotation. I'll get to the front row. I'll get my right side attack when I get there. Right there, right away, no hesitation. Dilfer going right back to Cleveland.
Grace Cleveland started all 3 sets of that sweep over San Diego, averaging better than 3 kills a set. Deficit down to 1, and that one sails just long. Service error from Stringer.
You know, if you watch both of these Liberos closely, you're being impressed. They're so almost quiet out there. Sponso letting that one slide. Nothing getting past, hence just good Liberos we have today.
As we've come up on timeout, 15-13. Rise lead the Vibe in a big 3rd set in Atlanta. Simone Abbott pacing the Rise to a 15-13 lead in set number 3. Welcome back to Atlanta. Tonight's coverage of the Pro Volleyball Federation, the 3-0 Vibe, the 1-0 Rise, who will walk out of Gas South Arena with that undefeated record intact. Andy Demetric, Keela Evelyn, so great to have you with us wherever you're watching tonight on YouTube. And tell a friend. And out of the timeout, the side out by Edmond.
I'm just looking at this offense and going, every time Edmond is right before she's going back to serve, she's getting that right side attack. It's going down for a kill. That's impressive.
Unanimous preseason all-league for a reason. Campy can't get that over the block. Oh, that was off the shoulder of Sponsel, but unable to be kept up by Chaussee. I'm just impressed that Sponsel got her body in front of that.
That's a
Gave
gamer
it a
right
chance.
there. Woo. That's how you use your body. Like, it's coming at my shoulder, let me try to get that ball control. She almost had it too.
Ties us at 15. Lunging dig by Stringer. Transition ball for the Vibe. Out of the back, Edmond. Block touch. Well done by the Rise. Can they take advantage? Dimitrova down the line.
Oh, that was two major back row attacks. Leah Edmond shifted to her left. I thought it was going to go down for a kill. And Evan said, I'm going to go ahead, put my right side, Dimitrova, right on that line to give her some space to look at.
Man, that is target practice on Morgan Hens. He was as good as they come at the libero spot. She's had 20-plus digs in her first 2 matches. Couldn't keep that up, but nothing the Rise can do about that one either.
I got some Spanish going in my head. Fuerte, muy fuerte right there. You have Member Mene going hard, strong shot. That's just testing power. I'm coming at you with speed. If you're moving a little bit, I'm going to get that ricochet off.
It is getting fierce here in the third, tied at 16. Dimitrova once more gets the tool and the point.
That's when you know you have a hot hand. So you see Dimitrova looking at Evans, said, keep giving me the ball. I can have the opportunity. I'm feeling my game right now. Let's do this.
Well, Dimitrova hit 364 in that sweep of Columbus, and Todd Dagenet said, we're worried about her because she's the type of player who can go off for a 600 hitting percentage any given night. And once again, the vision by Member Mene from the outside.
You see the difference in the last 2 attacks by Member Mene. First one, she worked Sponsel to her left. That causes Sponsel to think, okay, probably the next one might stay left, and that one taking the ball to the right of the libero.
Back and forth we go. Abbott's. Oh, hands. Oh, Member Mene just ran out of room. And the side out for the Rise off the swing from Abbott.
You saw the 2 high hands giving a high five to each other. Abbott knows she's on fire right now too. Skying over, working a high deep shot. Good attempt by Hens to keep that rally going.
Thought Lecator Member Mene might be rearranging some furniture at Gas South Arena to keep that rally alive. And a big swing from the middle and the side out from Watson.
There's something special when Watson gets a swing. She's a Clemson grad. You can feel everybody just wake up a little bit. There you go, Watson. Turning your body and still getting that ball a little bit to your right.
Selective but effective so far for the 8th-year pro. You know, she is excited to be playing so close to her hometown of Rock Hill, South Carolina, about 3.5 hours from us, after an overseas career that's taken her to Sweden, Portugal, Germany, Switzerland, France, the UK. Great rally here with these teams tied at 18. Dimitrova into the corner and down.
Best rally of the match so far, going back and forth. Firepower, huge dig by Cleveland for the Vibe, but the Dimitrova says, oh guys, I know what I'm doing right now. Let me go ahead and work this court.
Well, Dimitrova has been the MVP of this third set. And putting the Rise back in front.
This is where experience plays a factor. When you know you're on fire, you know your game. You've played so many years, you're aware that I'm working the court, I'm feeling my game. Keep giving me the ball, Setter Evans.
And the southpaw Dimitrova on the service line. Over on 2. Dimitrova was there. Abbott can't muscle that through the double block. Edmond had to reach for it. Layout dig by Abbott. Chaussee sends one deep. Edmond, another dig by Chaussee. Can she finish it off with the kill? On we play. This is the Pro Volleyball Federation at its finest right now. And over on 2, the point for the Rise. And it's Evans sneaking one over the shoulder.
Incredible attack, even better digs, and to finish it off with some power, momentum, take over is the slam tip by the setter Evans. That is some want-to right there by both teams, keeping the rallies going long.
That is pro volleyball at its best. It gives the Rise the 2-point lead. Atlanta calls time. 2018 Grand Rapids here in the third.
From club or high school courts to championship arenas, Spalding has been the trusted partner of volleyball players for generations. Our team of dedicated professionals isn't just about selling equipment, we're about supporting your journey. Spalding offers a comprehensive range of high-performance systems, nets, and accessories meticulously crafted for every skill level, budget, and playing style. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Spalding's knowledgeable staff will guide you, equip you, and cheer you on every step of the way.
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we're only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale, news, and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
Women's volleyball team.
With Keely Evelyn, Andy Demetra. And I think that last rally deserves another look, Keely.
Going back and forth, huge digs. Good change up, and Evans says, I'm gonna look over. I got that shot going over on 2 with the slam tip. The setter, Ashley Evans.
So Todd Dagenet calling time with now the Rise up by 2. What do you think he dialed up here during the timeout?
You have to stick this pass first off and stay low and flat. Once a block is set up for Rise, they're solid. That's a low ball. There you go.
Edmond.
Boom.
Clinical finish.
Oh, on cue. Perfect pass. A low set, not a high set. Edmond was able to go ahead and see that she had the movement in the block. You got movement, I got power.
But what about the serve receive by Morgan to Hens? Laying down low, the former Stanford All-American, and she put that on a platter. Sponsel having a dive just to keep this alive. Save the ace. Dimitrova with another one.
Oh gosh, I'm just loving this back row setting option. So there's an inside right back attack and a wide right back attack. Watch Evans put Dimitrova right on that line shot. That causes the block to have to move all the way out to spread that blocking formation. Nicely done.
Dimitrova is seeing the white light in this third set. She is unconscious right now. 21-19 Rise. Stringer across to Edmond. And they're starting to get in the groove.
That's right, first team All-American. I'm SEC Player of the Year, says Leah Edmond. I know what it takes to turn around a set. Want to some power, feeling it. Good job.
Edmond 53 kills across the first 3 matches. Back down to a 1-point margin in the third. Dimitrova from the back, caught a little bit of the net. Edmond steps into it, and that one hits the net as well and out of play.
And if that ball did not clip the net, that ball was going to go about 5 feet off of the net. Ooh, that was going to be pretty. She just cut it a little bit too hard. If it didn't clip the net, I mean, you're talking about an inch. That ball was hard inside cut shot.
That was a courageous cut shot, but doesn't quite go Leah Edmonds' way. 22-20 Rise here deep in the third. You know, they're standing now, but they've been on the edge of their seats throughout this third set, back and forth between the Rise and the Vibe, all knotted at a set apiece. Right now, it's Grand Rapids in front of Atlanta, 22-20.
And you're loving this. 22-20, you play drills like this in practice where you're down and you have to grind it out. And also you're up. Both teams are used to this situation. You have a court of 12 players that are winners. It's anybody's match still.
Out of the timeout, Marin Grote with the serve. Stringer. And through for the point as the Rise inch closer to a third set win.
Sweet off-speed shot thrown in there. Not too hard, just a little bit. You didn't need a lot. Let me go ahead, go into the moving hands. That's how you do it.
Yeah, there was a wall of 3 red jerseys in front of Claire Chaussee, but like you said, the change of pace gives her the points. And a point right back from Edmond. Vibe not given an inch.
You answer, I am here. Edmond says, go ahead. I got, guys, this is same rotation. It's automatic for Atlanta Vibe. I'm already giving like a scouting report for future teams. Like, it's automatic, guys.
Now float serve by Edmond. Chaussee put that on a line and put down by Cappy. Set point for the Rise. Kayla Cappy coming through from the middle.
When the Rise are solid, it's because Evans mixing up different offense, and it starts with the pass. Pass and serve game strong. Evans back on the service line. You got Dimitrova back in the front row.
Evans puts it in play, long. Vibe need 2 more to keep this third set going.
That's like shooting a free throw and the fans wake up to try to feel like, miss it, miss it. Fans are feeling happy about that.
What's your hunch on how the Rise will attack off this serve?
I'm going Dimitrova.
Hard to fault that. The back set, Dimitrova. That time dug out and kept up. Edmond keeping the third set alive for the moment. Dimitrova having to reach back for it, and she gets it through. And fitting that Amelia Dimitrova gets the closing point in a third set victory for the Grand Rapids Rise. And the 17th year pro was all over the court and then some. Showing all that experience to put the Rise ahead 2-1.
Our day has dawned.
A new horizon is upon us.
Inspired by the many who came before us, together on a path to achieve something extraordinary.
Do you hear the groundswell? We are at the forefront of a revolution. Empowered, inspired, together. We didn't get here alone.
This is our responsibility. We are creating a new major league on the greatest stage volleyball has ever seen. Pro Volleyball Federation is real pro volleyball.
Now is our time.
Communities will come together.
History will be made.
We are one.
Today, we are inspired.
Today, the light shines on us.
Today marks the beginning of the next chapter.
And we're writing it together.
Rally with us.
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we are only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale news and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
Tomorrow night, first serve at 7 o'clock between Las Vegas and Orlando. The Valkyries featuring, of course, preseason all-league selection Molly McCage. As we welcome you back to Gas South Arena, preparing for our fourth set. And what a third that was, as that was played on a razor's edge for most of the way. But the Rise claimed set number 3, 25-22.
It was the offensive takeover by Dimitrova, racking it up in kills, coming out now with 10 kills throughout the match, but really stepped up her game. Such strong, strong players we have in this league, in addition to what's to come with the team chemistry.
Speaking of what's to come, let's check out our upcoming Pro Volleyball Federation schedule. Got 2 matches to watch on Monday, including the Vibe, who will be right back at home, taking on those Valkyries. Busy week ahead for the Valkyries, and boy, if this is only the appetizer, I can't wait for the main course when these teams head to Van Andel Arena 9 days from now for part 2, round 2 between the Vibe and Rise.
You know, it's just getting started. TV's done such an excellent job to improve the game of volleyball. Once you watch it, you become addicted, seeing this and then seeing it live. You come once, you want to come again and really cheer on your hometown.
Grand Rapids, of course, the hometown of one Keely Evelyn, and her current hometown, Atlanta, Georgia. Is it too early to officially anoint this the Keely Evelyn Derby here between the Vibe and the Rise?
I know, every time I think about that little gritty girl, you know, there's not much to do in the winter in Michigan. You play a lot of indoor sports if you are athletic enough, and I was fortunate to play a lot of basketball, a lot of volleyball. Shout out to East Kentwood, 2000 state champs in volleyball.
How about that?
Final 4 basketball we did.
Kathy with the serve to get the 4th set underway. A little off-speed kill there from Cleveland. Todd Dagenet, Kathy George, your relationship with both of those coaches goes back a long way, and you can attest to just the fact that these franchises are in such great hands with their head coaches.
You cannot stay in the career as a college coach as long as they have without being good people. You know, it's something that you'll get fired at those high jobs, really. So many times, like, the players will come together, but not these two coaches. Solid coaches, people, and then really done a good job training these athletes in, like, player-led teams that Kathy George meets with her team 15 minutes, each player, each week, just to get a little feedback of what's going on, how things are going.
Tied at 1. Mene changes speeds on that swing to get the point. When we talked with Todd Dagenet, Vibe head coach, last night, you asked him, how has this transition been going from the college game? He was the winningest all-time head coach at UCF, from recruiting to now managing a roster at the professional level. And I was surprised by his answer. He said, I feel like this is what I've meant to do, because during his very decorated coaching career, he coached the daughters of a lot of GMs and front office people across major professional sports. And along the way, he picked their brains on how to fill positions and in what order you try to load a roster. And that has given him an ability to hit the ground running with the construction of his inaugural Vibe roster, as the service here gives the Vibe the lead.
You love that. A coach is also coachable, reaching out to the right people, other GMs, seeking advice and wisdom. He is loving this new position as a professional head coach in the USA.
Evans with the bump set, the block on the middle. One of the few times that the Vibe been able to do that on Dimitrova. And they'll get the point to extend the lead to 4-2.
Andy, I don't know who's going to win this match, but it's going to take a full team effort to fight all the way through. You can see the Vibe coming out now in this set, coming out strong.
Mene with that low flat serve.
Wow.
Laying out for the dig, punched over by Stringer. And points for the Rise. Chaussee on a net violation for Atlanta.
Oh, that was a huge dig. That's one. that you train one arm as much as two arms when you're younger. That ball control. Remember Monet with the beautiful layout. Just not enough with that net violation, but nicely done.
Edmond cracks it, but blocked. And watch out, that ricochet caught Karis Watson. It's now tied at 4, but worth another look.
Watch Caffey closing this off, going all the way over, penetration. No movement. That's how strong she went up. That's a national champion at Texas right there. Caffey says, thank you very much.
Now it's coming in at full tilt. And you see Karis Watson caught the ricochet. She'll come out. And Reagan Pittman, a rookie from Minnesota, former Golden Gopher, takes her spot.
You can see the Vibe looking for some offense in the middle. Maybe Pittman getting that sub in just to create some.
Reagan Pittman, reanimating her professional career, came out of a 2-year retirement, and on her very first swing, what does she do?
Oh, off the slide attack. You're cold, you've been on the bench. It's one of those things you do have to stay warm throughout the match. This is what I work for. I know what I can do, says Pittman. Give me some high fives.
She was a 3-time AVCA All-American at Minnesota for good reason. Played over by Sponsel. And it's Edmond. Point Vibe.
The chest bumps, the push by Pittman coming in, said Edmond, that's what you do. We know how to play this game. Changing it up, bringing Edmond inside, causing the block to look a little different. That's how you run a show.
6-4 Vibe. And Chaussee returning fire. It's interesting that Claire Chaussee, the former Louisville Cardinal, targeted early and often in that first set, now starting to reawaken in the fourth.
Yeah, watch out. We know what Chaussee can do. If she's getting her groove back in this fourth set, it can be lights out if she wants to.
And an ace on a dipping serve by Dimitrova. Or was that Evans? It was Evans.
Evans is going right at Edmond down the line. One more rotation in the front row, trying to get her out of her rhythm.
Now going deep this time. Edmond dug out by Abbott. But Dimitrova runs out of real estate.
It's one of those things as a professional that you continue to improve your strength, your conditioning, your jump. It seems like Edmond has only gotten higher on her jump as she's turned pro.
She will continue with every jump to cast a long shadow across the Pro Volleyball Federation. 7-6 Vibe. Dumped over by Cappy. Edmond to the back for one more.
You see for Grand Rapids, you have Dimitrova, Chaussee, they can take over a match. Abbott, you got it. Leah Edmond for the Vibe is that player. If she says, I can hit the ball and attack in her brain, she's like, lights out, I got you guys.
Former 2-time SEC Player of the Year with the Wildcats. Opens up the 8-6 lead, make it a 1-point lead now off the air. And by the way, with that 25-22 third set victory by the Rise, the Vibe this year had entered 5-0 in sets decided by 3 points or less.
Right.
They have won the tight ones, but now trying to stare down a 2-1 deficit. And another point. Well, there is one Boilermaker on the right side, there is one on the left, and the Boilermaker for the Vibe, Grace Cleveland, pounds it down.
Liking that, Cleveland on the outside. Good line shot, that's a high attack. Find an open court.
Dimitrova took over that third set for the Rise. They go to Chaussee out of the back. Crouching dig by Edmond. Member Monet having to punch it over with the left. Back to Dimitrova. And off the outside hand of the block for the point.
Dimitrova saw her blocker, Member Monet, a little inside, recognizing she'll be drifting by the time she gets to my block. Let me go ahead into her outside hands to get the tool, which is a shot off the block, and then continues out of bounds.
Served by Kayla Caffey. And a side out by Cleveland.
I mean, good news for Vibe. Cleveland's playing good, strong volleyball. You have Edmond waking up her game, doing well. But this sideline to sideline, you just need to stay in those rotations.
Match starting to open up in the fourth. Abbott gets the running start, crams it down.
Oh, so impressive. This volleyball we're seeing right now. You have Abbott going strong. It's the set delivery as well. I'll give it to you. Off your bump set, keeping the ball inside the antenna. And then Abbott says, I got the put away. Got me inside. I'll cut even harder inside that block.
Well, you can see that one coming from the former Northwestern Wildcat, Simone Abbott. Punched out from the back by Chaussee. Abbott steps into it. Vibe's turn. And a net violation on the Rise.
The Rise will definitely need the energy of the fans to push through. Right there, a big point just to stay in this match, because you feel with those power swings by Abbott on the last one, Dimitrova on the previous one, it's hard to stop that offense.
Opens up the 2-point lead for Atlanta. 2 of their 3 wins have come in 5 sets. Hence, able to keep that up. Abbott once more. She's starting to come into her own again.
I remember going against players like Abbott as a setter. You don't try to actually block the ball. It's called a soft block. You turn your palms up. You're just hoping to slow it down, recognizing that Abbott is just physically over you. That's hard to do. You're just trying to touch it, slow it down. Nice strong attack.
15th kill by Simone Abbott to lead the Rise. Off the slide attack, and it's Pittman. Now pulling that out of the back pocket on the go behind.
This is the confidence in your game. Pittman knows what she can do. She knows she's strong, 6'5", Minnesota, off of 1 foot. Knows what she can do, putting it away.
That was Minnesota nice on that line shot.
I'm telling you, in the winter, you play a lot of indoor sports, Andy.
I grew up in the Midwest. I can relate. The dish by Evans and the put down by Chaussee. That is a fearsome tandem that the rest of the Pro Volleyball Federation will have to contend with this spring.
Right, you think you're okay with Abbott going to the back row, and Chaussee's like, hey, I'm here too. So you don't take even a time away, a rotation off. You got to worry about both outside attackers.
An 11th kill for Chaussee, but the service air bumps the Vibe lead back to 2.
Great rotations for Pittman. She's back to serve now for the Vibe. But those rotations, slide attack, really doing well on that block as a middle.
Chaussee on a double-double. She's got 12 kills, 17 digs. That dig from Sponsel. Up it goes, blocked.
Oh, yes.
Rally continues. Chaussee, oh, what a layup in the corner by Member Mene. And Caffey puts an end to that.
Yes, great scramble plays. This is good volleyball we're watching right here. Scramble layout with the power. Member Mene in the back court, but the finish. You got Evans saying, hey, I can go low and flat. Another layout, get it, we get a double take.
That's worth a double shot, but Caffey chops it down. And now the A's ties us at 13. You know, the serve receive was shaky to begin this match by the Vibe. It certainly tightened up in the second and third set. You wonder if that might have cracked that door open for the Rise, as we're back on level terms in the fourth. And another miscommunication, and now the Rise regain the lead.
That's a big point right there, because for Grand Rapids, they have both outside hitters locked in. You have Abbott getting offense. Now Chaussee's producing offense. You just went to your middle, Caffey, and now Dimitrova doesn't have to carry all the offensive load. Hard to stop.
Evans with another serve. Edmond wide, out of bounds, point Rise. And they have stacked together a 4-0 run as we come to time in the fourth set. Great action. Can the Rise close this out in 4? Stay with us.
Back to her. Jones.
The first swing for Linehan results in a point for the Vibe.
Kelly! At the end of the block is down. Jose got the free ball and absolutely cut it.
Taylor Cruz offhand. A powerful swing.
He has been putting that ball down in Atlanta.
Slam home.
And to Demetra and Keely Evelyn from Gas South Arena. Hope you've enjoyed this action on a Friday night. Vibe, their 3-0 start. In some danger. Down 2-1 and down 2 to Grand Rapids in the 4th. It's a 4-0 spurt that the Vibe are looking to stanch. A back row attack off a block touch. Rise go to Chaussee. Hens well positioned. And the hang time by Edmond, able to punch it down.
All the yeses right there. So you go up with a little hang time, like you called. It was the extra air time was to her advantage, and then taking the shot line. Evans is there as a setter. A little charge forward. You're not ready to defend that line shot.
18th kill by the defending PBS Player of the Week and Leah Edmond. See if that restores order for the Vibe. Oh, but another serve sails long. Stringer just not as locked in from the service line as we're accustomed to seeing.
That's right. In Grand Rapids, they're in a 3-hitter situation. Dimitrova in the front row. Evans can run anybody. It's up to the quick side-out pattern that you need for Vibe to stay in this match.
Jump set. Oh, and a block. That was sorely needed, but it was emphatic. Edmond and Fanning combining.
6-2, getting up on that is middle. Fanning, watch the close over. Beautiful eye, getting that penetration. Great eye work and little 1-2 right there from Hens saying thank you, I don't have to dig that.
Slam those elevator doors shut there to make it a 1-point match, but it is short-lived. As once again, it just looks like the Vibe getting a little out of rhythm here as this 4th set progresses.
And at the professional level, there's not 1 or 2 points you can take off. Both teams are loaded with talent. You got to stay in that fight and grit mentally and emotionally.
And now an overpass and an easy chop for the point by the Rise and Grote. And all of a sudden, the Vibe trailing by 3. And you can sense the tension from the home fans as the Vibe call timeout to talk things over.
Fans, be sure to stick around after the match for an autograph section on the main concourse with your Atlanta Vibe players. Don't forget to post your selfies to all social media platforms using the hashtag Atlanta Vibe. Also, again, don't miss our next home game at Gas South Arena, Monday, February 12th at 7 p.m. when your Atlanta Vibe welcome the Orlando Valkyries. Get your tickets at AtlantaVibe.com tonight.
Now this 4th set threatening to get away from the Vibe. Rise on a 7-2 run, up 2-1, leading 18-15 in the 4th. One can settle down the Vibe now with Cappy set to serve for Grand Rapids. Evans to the floor for it. And that one is out of bounds. Sorely needed side out for the Vibe.
You look at Grand Rapids across the board, you have Chaussee 12 kills, Dimitrova 12 kills, and Abbott 15 kills on the night. The offense is being spread. If Grand Rapids can maintain their pass and serve game, the offense is there to keep penetrating and finish out the match.
And you're getting a snapshot of what can make Grand Rapids so formidable this season. The balance in their offense. They've got a Team USA center in Ashley Evans. They've got all the tools to be a well-rounded offense under Kathy George that'll give them a chance every night. And a service error. That was from Kamali Heapo, who is in just for that serve, and a swift exit for the former BYU Cougar.
At this pro level with Pro Volleyball Federation, you're allowed 8 substitutions. In international play, you have 6. In the NCAA game, 15. So Heapo getting that serving sub.
Member Mene trying to go down the line. And no hand, no touch, point to the Rise.
Feeling confident. You can just feel the confidence for the Rise as they walk back, knowing that their offense is on point right now. Their defense is there for Atlanta. You got to get this pass, mix it up, give your hitter a one-on-one opportunity.
Rise playing some very connected volleyball on the road. They can't keep that up. Thunderous swing there from the middle. Makes it 20-17. Reagan Pittman, who again is here in the 4th set because of Karis Watson taking a ricochet off her head. Pittman with a critical kill there.
Pittman is batting 1,000.
Yeah.
She is 3 for 3 on her attacks.
And once again, right back to Abbott. She has been the steadiest performer offensively for Grand Rapids.
All throughout, first set through this 4th set, Abbott's been working her show, knows that she has the power, loves the matchup with the setter stringer in front of her.
Timeout, Ton Dagenet in the Vibe, and this league best 3-0 start is on the ropes in Atlanta. See if the Vibe have a comeback in them. Won their first 2 matches of this inaugural Pro Volleyball Federation season in 5 sets. They need to make up a 4-point margin on Kathy George and the Grand Rapids Rise. We'll look to follow up that sweep over Columbus with a road win here at Gas South Arena. Rise took sets 1 and 3 and put into the net by Scully.
In volleyball, there's an unsaid term. It's called the coach's point. After a timeout and the next server misses the serve, that's a good job, coach.
Ton Dagenet will gladly claim credit for that. Well, the serve receive has been on point, but that one sent low from the back by Dimitrova, and now it's 21-19.
You know, Pittman's just entering the game right now here in the 4th set, but she gets player of the set if Atlanta can pull off this 4th set.
Member Mene to serve. Oh, Evans tried to go over on 2. Pittman was right there. And it's a 3:05 run.
Some chest bumps to add, not only to her attacks, but a little on the overpass too. So, hey, the setter's gonna dump. I'm all over that. 6'5", I'm here.
Rookie rising to the occasion. Timeout, Grand Rapids.
From club or high school courts to championship arenas, Spalding has been the trusted partner of volleyball players for generations. Our team of dedicated professionals isn't just about selling equipment, we're about supporting your journey. Spalding offers a comprehensive range of high-performance systems, nets, and accessories meticulously crafted for every skill level, budget, and playing style. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Spalding's knowledgeable staff will guide you, equip you, and cheer you on every step of the way.
Well, the Vibe have responded with a 3-0 run, 21-20 rise in the fourth. Grand Rapids calls timeout, but the crowd is back into it in Atlanta.
It's been the difference of Pittman entering the front row, 3 for 3 on her attacks, showing up at the net, and the extra energy. Fans can feel it. Vibe with the comeback.
Boy, now substitutions for the Vibe in front of the serve. Yossi Presley coming in for the first time. Former National Player of the Year with Baylor.
A moment where you have to save your subs and use them when you can go to it. Presley going in as a blocking sub.
Oh, but the service error, an untimely one by Member Mene. Is that the coach's point that you talk about, Keely?
In my brain, was that right after a timeout? I forget, because when Presley entered the court with Monterey as a setter, I'm like, okay, 6-2, let's do it.
And a service error right back from Grote. 1-point margin again.
Fans are loving that. The Grote just missed that a little long. The idea was there going low and flat, just catching a little more air time than she wanted.
So what can Pittman do from the service line? The unsung, unexpected standout of this fourth for the Vibe. Shaw save, tries to play it over the double block. Transition ball for the Rise. Shaw save, down the line, well scouted by Monserrat. Oh, and what a shot, but what a dig by Sponsel. Swatted over. And the point to the Vibe. And we are all tied at 22.
The dig by Sponsel, we thought that was it. Okay, keep the rally. Beautiful set. Oh my gosh. Member Mene says, let me go ahead and set that. Sponsel I says, I'm here for it. Incredibly done. Just enough fanning transition. It doesn't have to be hard. It just has to be in the right spot.
It was once 21-17 Rise, now 22 all. With the Vibe trying to force a fifth set. Wow. And just when you may have forgotten about her, here comes Evans from the back.
Reversing that ball back, Evans to Dimitrova on the right side, the left hand down the line. Edmonds got to go all the way out to block that line shot, and Dimitrova says, I see so much line.
Dimitrova, the star of that third set, pushes the Rise back ahead. Here's Edmonds up high. A joust at the net and sent over by the Rise. They thought there was a net violation. Should the call stand, set point for Grand Rapids.
You know, if you're reaching with one hand over the net, the up official says, no, that wasn't settable. If you were settable with two hands, on your side, you would have gone up with two hands. I think this is the right call.
And it makes it match point for the Rise. Trying to go to 2-0, Ashley Evans set to serve.
This is why it's so important to train setters to go up with two hands. Without one hand, they're going to call it back row.
Edmond had to reach for it, blocked, and that'll do it.
Great fight overall. Amazing volleyball we're seeing with the Pro Volleyball Federation. The Rise came in, did what they wanted to do. Grand Rapids represented today Atlanta. Strong performance, fighting back. I'm loving Pittman's energy as she entered the court as well.
We expected a tightly contested battle between the Rise and the Vibe, two teams that came in with unblemished records, and we got that and then some. But it's the visitors from Grand Rapids who prevail in 4 sets tonight at Gas South Arena, 25-22 in the fourth. Catch your breath, because these teams play 9 days from now at Van Andel Arena in Grand Rapids. Our pleasure to bring you this presentation to Pro Volleyball Federation action. Keely and I'll be back to wrap it up in just a moment.
From club or high school courts to championship arenas, Spalding has been the trusted partner of volleyball players for generations. Our team of dedicated professionals isn't just about selling equipment, we're about supporting your journey. Spalding offers a comprehensive range of high-performance systems, nets, and accessories meticulously crafted for every skill level, budget, and playing style. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Spalding's knowledgeable staff will guide you, equip you, and cheer you on every step of the way.
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we're only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale, news, and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
Well, that was a balanced battle tonight at Gas South Arena, but Grand Rapids conquers the vibe. And Atlanta suffers its first loss of the season following a 3-0 start. 3-1 in favor of Grand Rapids. And boy, Kathy George's squad tonight, Keely, showed well they will be a force to be reckoned with as this season moves on.
The difference was when Grand Rapids Rise got their pass and serve game going, the offense was spread about. You have Dimitrova was lighting it up when they needed, and then